Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence, language, and most likely a mimic or two. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's buckle up and open a back window, because it's time to start the adventure. Also, props to you for teaching me a new meaning of the word docking. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus podcast, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you've ever heard. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper. This is the first episode of our podcast, well, not our first campaign, but the first campaign that you listeners are going to join us on. So we're just going to go around the room and introduce ourselves so that you can put a voice to the voice.
Nailed it.
That's great. So, let's start around here. Let's go.
Take another take.
Oh, me?
Yeah, go for it.
Hi, I am Drew. I'm the 42-year-old white male. If you don't include us in your games, we will just intrude in them. So thank you for welcoming me here.
Okay.
I'm glad I could be here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Dateline, but I appreciate what you're trying to do there.
No, Michelle, do 48 hours.
Oh, who am I playing? I am playing... Who am I playing, guys?
Yeah, just tell us who you're playing. That would be...
Zeph. My character is Zeph. Do we need to know what he is?
It's up to you. Do you want to...
Zeph, a dragonborn warlock, but we've crafted him in the style of the classic Dragonlance Draconian. So there will be a few changes. I've lost a few powers and gained a few powers along the way. So hopefully it will be a fun character.
Okay.
Sickening. I am Michelle. I feel like we should do like ASL, so age, sex, location.
You don't have to.
American Sign Language? This is
You literally could just say you could literally just say your name and where you're from. This will be a repeating process, so it might get better or it might get worse. So keep it short and sweet if you want.
It's definitely gonna get worse.
Yeah, for sure. I'm Michelle Piper. I will play Kenneth Quinn.
Thank you.
Michelle Piper, wait, are you Calvin's sister?
I hope
This
not.
takes place.
Probably.
I am Will Rice. I will be playing Glyph Coldfront Kazidi, and I am the Will with 2 L's.
My name is Matt, and if you couldn't tell by my voice, I'm Asian. My character does not have a name yet, and I'm keeping it pretty mysterious for now, and you will see why later.
Is your character Asian?
That's insensitive.
Also a mystery at this point.
It's very human. Hi, I'm Will Moon. I'm Will with 1 L.
Whoa!
Just one.
Switching it up.
Just one.
I will be playing a character that goes by Aromur, who is a Leonin blood hunter.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, it's me. Hello everybody, my name is Preston, and I'll be playing Lucius Kane, Asmar Warlock. Who's a good boy that's curious about the world?
Lucius Kane.
Yeah.
It's actually Lucius Kane.
And I am Liz, and I will be playing Ohiana, the 21-year-old tiefling bard.
Ah, yes.
Right.
The party Todd.
We're just starting out already.
Get out.
We're just starting.
This is a great start.
This is a great start. I love this.
Will gets canceled, and we gotta...
Oh, no. We've got more time for that. Give him enough rope to hang himself.
Yeah, we give more rope.
Oh, goodness. Okay, well...
Correct Will, though.
Like I said, we're about to play D&D, guys, so come along with us as we begin episode 1 of the Wild Magic School Bus. Welcome to the world of Tarünmaal. A world steeped in legend and lore. From the wild, chaotic woods of Udall to the sprawling fields of the Brasslands, this is a world that offers many opportunities. It offers shelter to those in need. It offers adventure to the bold and the restless. And offers danger for those yet unwitting. The year is 21 in the 181st era. For the last 1,000 years, this once unified world of Tarünmaal now lies divided. On one side, the land known as Udall, where towering snow-capped mountains and sprawling tundra forests seem to drip with chaos and splendor, and where the heart of magic literally beats in each and every person. On the other, a land known as the Brasslands. Once a sea of grass and rolling hills, now stands a shining beacon of ingenuity and science as many of its sprawling cities now blossom and continue to thrive despite its desolate wasteland. And while these two titans battle for dominance in what is left of this world, the rest of civilization continues to survive and adapt. For the paths of fate and all of the magic are left twisted and unknown by a massive calamity now only known as the Godscar. This is where our story begins. TBD.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You open your eyes, time kind of passing unknown to you at this point. The scenery staying the same, the creak of the wood, the smell of the kind of stale air as you rattle against the bindings that hold you in this. You don't know how long you've been in here, but you and the rest of the bodies that hunker down here probably won't last much longer. But outside, you hear the sound of what was once nothing but still air now begins to permeate with sounds of voices as the air begins to grow a little warmer and the smell of salt begins to permeate. You seem to be landing, but you don't know where. You take a minute to close your eyes and just kind of think back to your training, the breathing exercises, the mantras that you recite to yourself. Is there anything you do in this moment?
I ask the person next to me if they have any idea where we are.
You roll over and see the body immediately next to you. You know you won't be able to get answers from. They've been dead for about 4 days. But the one next to them, an older gentleman, his long kind of brown and gray beard has been tied into several knots to keep it kind of together, but even that is beginning to fall out in patches due to the malnutrition. A gentleman only known as Civ kind of rolls over and sees you awake. And you ask him where you are, and Civ kind of rolls over, kind of coughing, spitting out a little blood and mucus, kind of leans his head to the crack of the hull, kind of where some light is maybe streaming in from one of the open airways, and takes a second. It smells like salt. We must be nearing a port city. And looks over to you. I don't know where we've landed, but I put my money on the Copper Cove. That'd be where they'll sell whoever's left, as he kind of looks across the bodies of those who may still be alive, but none have stirred yet. And he kind of leans back and begins to kind of breathe slower as he tries to get a little more rest. And looks over at you one more time, kind of cracking his eye half open. Here's some rest, young one. It's going to be a long few days. He just kind of leans back and drifts back asleep.
I don't think there's there's anything else I can do right now. Because I'm bound to the ship.
You sit in silence and listen as the noise of civilization grows ever louder.
Try to meditate a little bit.
Okay. Lucius Kane. You step out of the wagon, stretching your legs as the caravan comes to a stop. You hop out and kind of stretch your legs as the bright sky and the brighter sun are now beaming down on this city that you all have pulled up to. A place known as Copper Cove, one of the major port cities of the Brasslands. A sprawling metropolitan melting pot of different places where trade is mostly legal and allowed. There are masses of people and masses of large ships suspended by even larger balloon-like contraptions that kind of drift in from the sky and land just outside of these docks onto the water, where they are loaded and unloaded of their various items and artifacts. You hop off a caravan full of a menagerie of other creatures. Some you know, some you don't know. All of them begin to kind of disperse and look for food and ways to kind of like relieve themselves from the long journey that you've had crossing most of the Brasslands to your journey still, where you are headed deeper into the Brasslands, where yet you don't know. You begin to look around for a familiar face, which lands on Ohiana, as she is talking to Dimitri over by one of the main wagons.
So I think Lucius steps out, and then he's like, "Oh, I was so cramped in there," and then stretches out and just pops way too many, like, you hear too many pops, and he's like way too flexible as he twists his body, and basically he's just like looking up at the sun, and then like it comes down. He's like, "Well, what a wonderful day." Oyana?
As you catch the attention of the two that are having a discussion, why don't you go and tell us what they see when they hear you call?
So what they see is a really tall and lanky, pale, off-putting humanoid with white dreads and like slightly pearlescent skin, but mostly pale, and you can't really see anything under like the dreads covering his face, but you see just a very pronounced jaw. Very just like kind of into himself, like his arms are just kind of close to his chest and just keeps to himself. And
go ahead and make a perception check for me.
perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I don't know if I'm good at these. Let me check. My stats.
First roll of campaign 3, don't mess it up.
It's okay. I'm just gonna roll a natural 20 right now. No, it's pretty good though. What is that?
Very close, 18.
18, dirty 20.
Take that to start off.
Yeah,
21.
you not hard to perceive. Pretty unsurprising to you. There is for the amount of individuals that kind of permeate this dock, you were getting way more stares than a normal person does. Like even the towering, the towering ogres with like nothing but like boils just all over their skin are turning and like looking at you slack jawed, just like.
I just smiled way too big at them.
Yeah, you're definitely getting a lot more looks than the normal person does. Out of place is not stating it enough, but you do walk up to the two individuals that are having the conversation. The first one, a much taller humanoid figure. Their kind of like yellowish skin seems to have almost this kind of darker kind of like overlay, almost looking like these strange kind of orange flames kind of licking up their skin constantly. Slightly shiny too, kind of shimmers in the sun. Their bright red hair kind of tied back in a bun. and their usually ostentatious kind of purple and blue robes now still very purple and blue, but more travel worthy and more leisurely for that. You would know this to be Dimitri the Ringmaster, as he's talking to Ohiana, who... Liz, if you would like to go ahead and tell us what he sees there.
So as a younger tiefling, she's just about average height, so standing about 5'10", which is about average for a tiefling. She is like a lavender and blue with just little tips of white on like the tips of her nose and like the tops of her ears and like the points of her body. Her skin is almost pearlescent and it just shimmers in the sun.
Ohiana, as you are having this conversation with Dimitri and he's looking around at the dock, I don't know, maybe a day, maybe two. We have to repair at least 2 of the wagons, and I believe everyone is tired from the journeying, and we are ahead of schedule, so maybe we spend a day or 2 here in the cove and see what we can see. Yes, Lucian, my boy, as he sees you walking over.
Can I do something? I'm gonna ask, he's like looking at like I say something and like he looks over real quick, knows where I am, and then he looks back in my direction. I'm just like in his face.
just awkward. Oh God, you are very quiet. Hear you show up. You needed something, yes?
I just wanted to know what we were doing.
Like I was telling our compatriot here, we are going to spend at least a day here in the cove.
Okay.
Restock supplies, repair some of the wagons, and then we will be continuing our journey deeper into the Brasslands.
The Brasslands. Oh, the Brasslands. I scoop up some dirt and I just put it in a bag.
Yes, this is your first time in the Brasslands, is it?
I have no clue where I am, but I'm happy to be here.
Well, enjoy the sights while you can, my boy. Ohiana, make sure he doesn't get into much trouble.
I shall do my best.
Only the good one, you know? All right, I'm going to go now. As he turns around and begins addressing he begins speaking in another language to some of the larger kind of orcish half-orcs who work for you guys and beginning to tell them, barking out orders to
Who's
them.
going to tell him that you're the bad one?
Shh. No one.
I feel like this is unfair, but I'm okay with it.
You better not be the one to rat me out.
I'm intimidated.
Is there anything you guys want to do in this moment before we continue, or?
Can we please go, look at stuff somewhere?
Sure. Maybe a market?
You have all my money.
You're quite right. Would you like to go to the market?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Easy enough to do. There is a sprawling kind of like flea market-esque setup here at the docks itself. Larger warehouses kind of set a little bit deeper into the docks, but here on the open kind of like seafront, there are many, many tents and wagons that are all just kind of set up, and people come through here all the time. It's like the first fantasy river market or farmers market, if you will. They have farmers markets here. What am I talking about? Anyhow, as you guys begin to make your way into the crowd and looking at all the cool trinkets and whatnots, we shift our perspective to another part of the port. Standing at one of the more heavily armored airships, this one with metal plating kind of like locked into the sides of it, it is being loaded with many, many crates with undetermined items, with just the one name kind of branded onto the sides. These dock workers are lifting these heavy boxes, loading them and unloading them onto this large, very impressive airship. Most of the dock on this side is heavily guarded by very imposing-looking guards of the Brasslands, in order to deter anybody from causing an issue over here. And standing about 120 feet away, guarding the side door of the warehouse where these things are being loaded and unloaded, with almost no traffic to be seen, are two humanoids who have been assigned for the last 4 hours to guard this door and make sure no one comes into it. And Drew and Will, if you guys would go ahead and make perception checks for me.
Well, that's pretty good.
Oh, damn.
Dirty 20.
19 minus 2 is 17.
Yeah, so you guys have seen a total of 4 rodents and maybe a cat at one point, but this side alley is dead and nobody's coming over to the store. But here you stand guarding it. If one of you would like to go ahead and kind of describe your character for me, then bounce off to the next one.
I mean, age before beauty, so... I mean, we're born at the same time, but you can go first.
Yeah, like, alright, who are we talking to? We just, like, describing ourselves to each other, like...
Yeah, I mean, you know, well, I just had a...
Like if we were meeting each other for the first time but couldn't see each other.
I mean, I specifically said you as the people introduce yourselves. The characters can do it if you want, but I make it
really like what we're doing here.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah,
roll it. I just
think it's
rolled
like...
it.
So how would you describe yourself to someone if, say, they couldn't see?
Alright, well, if it's a blind person, I'd say first things first, don't touch, sorts of points.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, scales. Some people would say it's just hard, but it's scales. I'm very scaly, as it were. Either that or you're going to find some denim, maybe some chaps, a nice sweater, a real large scarf. I get cold. I don't like to talk about it, being one of the few cold-blooded beings in this area, but it happens. I mean,
Look,
you know,
we're all unique and different in our own way.
yeah, but this way
It's
sucks.
beautiful.
So it's fine. I mean, I guess I've got some cool abilities. But yeah, you know, you see a lizard folk in front of you, the traditional olive green skin, kind of like a crocodilian mouth of sorts, good for biting things, as I have been wont to do. A nice little mohawk of horns, you know, starting from the tip of the snout and just going to the back of the skull. Kind of not necessarily bone color, because it's a common misconception. It's not, you know, it's not like opaque, pearlescent as some would say, but it's more like a dirty sand, which is already kind of dirty. So, you know, and I've got, you know, a hand axe over me pack. I've got a trusty rifle, you know, just standard, almost looks like a Winchester, to use a non-D&D word.
Sure.
You know, it's just people know, hey, whoa, don't mess with that fella. He's literally armed to the teeth, and then you don't have to show him because I'm a crocodile. You see, see him anyway.
Your teeth are very prominent.
So yeah, you know, how about if like a snooty Judy came in, like someone that was all well-to-do, like I don't have time for these guards. How would you introduce yourself to that person?
Oh, right. Hello, madam or sir, madam or sir, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, don't assume. That's
Right.
a bad idea.
Pleased to meet you. I am a draconian that basically I look like a person and a dragon. Like mixed.
Yeah.
Like the best parts of both.
Either mom or dad
I wear a
was very
uniform.
adventurous, yes.
You like my uniform? I keep it very neat. I don't really travel around with many visible weapons. I kind of just look really intimidating. Oh, and the wings help, because, you know, I can make myself look big.
Terrifying visage.
Yeah, thank you.
agree.
Burnished copper scales, you know.
I like that.
Yeah.
Nice colour. Yeah, but anyway, I'm bored out of my mind. If I see another rat, I'm going to eat it. I'm not even going to bite it. I'm just going to swallow it.
Swallow it whole.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Now, do you get pleasure out of that, or do you think that, like, it's just for the people watching?
It's kind of like to let everyone know that it looks like we're doing nothing but I mean business. So don't mess with this side door, because I'll do it.
Yeah. I hope we get a better assignment real soon.
Man.
Or maybe someone can attack us.
You know, fat chance. When was the last time I fired my rifle?
I don't know. When was the last time you fired your rifle?
I thought you remembered, because I don't remember.
Oh, I thought it was a joke. I thought you were setting me up.
No, man.
Do you know any
This
good
is a
jokes
joke,
right now?
Where we're at right now, that's the joke.
Yeah. Well,
We're freaking members of the Draconian Ordinance.
hey, you know how there are Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
Why are there no more tarts? The patriarchy.
Right,
Can you take damage for that one?
well, I'm not
Probably.
You know, you've got better jokes than I do, mate. But work on them. if you could.
It's the delivery. I'm crapping.
I don't think it was the delivery on that one. Your delivery was nice, and I like you as a person. It's just what you said wasn't funny.
All right. I guess this is where we be quiet again for a while.
Yeah, I mean for like a minute. Yeah. I just go back to attention.
Turn to a robot.
And we shift from these two. What are your names? Are Zeph and Coldfront, correct?
Glyph.
Glyph.
Coldfront's kind of like a call sign. Not many people get to call me that. You kind of got to earn that privilege.
Right.
So yeah.
Sure.
My
absolutely.
name is Zeph, short for Zephyr.
You know, and that's what's confusing about your name. I meant to talk to you about that. When you say it, it sounds like you're saying, "My name is Zeth," like Seth but with a Z.
Zeph with a PH, just like Glyph with a PH.
Yes, exactly. But here, Glyph. Glyph makes sense.
Zeth.
Zeth. You say Zeth.
Zeth.
And I think, like, when you say Zeth short
I'm
for
saying
Zeth.
it just like you're saying it.
Mate, you're not, though.
Zeth.
Glyph.
Zeph.
Glyph.
Look, I think it's just the way my snout's built. It just, that's as
That's
good
what
as
it
it
is.
gets.
That's what it is. Yep.
All right.
It's the teeth coming out for me. It makes me
Yeah.
pronounce words easier.
Yeah.
That's fair. Back to attention.
And that conversation continues for an undetermined amount of time.
Every time we say back to attention, it's like 10 seconds later. It's like, and another thing.
As we pan over to that same warehouse that they are guarding, standing at the front of it, there are two individuals, both kind of standing at attention. One of them, a large, kind of half-orc, his kind of grayish skin, short hair, kind of like slicked back, a large kind of sword strapped to his back, his leather armor kind of creaking as he stands watching, kind of makes his way up to the individual that he seems to be intent on speaking to, the Aelmir. Aromir. Would you go ahead and describe yourself real quick?
I am a 6'7" lion. Kind of in full, kind of like dark leather armor, wielding a massive maul with some like kind of like carved in runes and stuff into it. Basically, it kind of like skin color is this like light grayish, and then the mane is this black that goes into like a shock white at the ends. But that is what you see in front of you.
Can you spell your name?
Aromer.
Thank you.
As you're kind of standing there, kind of secluded into the warehouse a little bit, the half-orc walks up to you and...
Someone who's supposed to be incognito, you sure stand out like a sore thumb.
As he kind of shoves a parchment into your hand.
New orders. Read them and do whatever the fuck you want with them.
As he kind of turns around and lumbers off.
All right.
You open the parchment. It's basically another... it's a revision of orders from your current employer, who you've worked for about 6 days now. Basically kind of reiterating the same mission, which is to observe the comings and goings of any military freight and to report back anything. And today's the revision provides a schedule of several ships that are supposed to come in with interesting cargo to be noted. So,
Okay.
but you continue to stand there.
Yeah.
Nothing much going on. You do happen to catch one of the large, one of these smaller airships that kind of coasts in and lands on the outskirts of more of these cargo-esque airships. A much smaller one lands, thinner and more with more speed. It quickly begins to unload a smattering of individuals, more of a transport cart, and your eyes just kind of like drift lazily over all of them as you're beginning to just make note of these people. Two that you do see disembark from this boat that you don't take a second thought to, but we take a second thought to, are two individuals. One of them, a older gentleman, his kind of gray travel cloak kind of wrapped around his body, and it ties in nicely to his gray, almost white hair that is tied into a ponytail, small ponytail behind his head. His face wrinkled with age, but just kind of this constant slight smirk on his face as his kind of like lightning blue eyes kind of look around, steps off the boat, kind of shoulders a pack, and looks back up to the boat and, Kenneth, my dear, come now, we don't have all day. As Kenneth.
So what you see when you see Kenneth, it's hard to tell initially. I think of her as fairly androgynous. Not easily identified right off the bat as either male or female, and it's not aided by the fact that she obscures the lower half of her face with a scarf. Not so much out of mystery, but necessity, because allergies are a bitch.
It looks so cool, but for like the most mundane reasons.
So you see a fairly tall woman with dark hair and dark eyes and heavily freckled skin, leather armor, and looks kind of dusty.
As you disembark and come to the dock parallel with your uncle, you begin to kind of look out amongst the crowd.
All right, Will. Yeehaw. Where are we going? What we doing?
And I told you that we'd be coming to the coast, potentially for a job.
Well, that's good. We need jobs. Jobs are important.
But this one is more important for you, Kenneth. See, I'm hoping that this one will give you the tools you need to be able to strike out on your own.
Yeah, I like that. I think that'd be great.
I know.
Let's go.
Always eager. Sometimes patience is a virtue. That's what your aunt would say.
She's pretty clever, so.
That she is. Come now. I'm famished, and we have but a few hours before we meet our next ship. The salt should help clear it up a little bit. Anyway, and he kind of reaches into a pouch and pulls out a couple of silver coins and drops them in your hand. Find us something to eat, would you? I need to meet our contact.
Don't worry about it. I'm on it. How do we feel about pocket pies?
I don't know what that is.
That's a through line from campaign 2.
Idiot.
Well, this guy's from campaign 3, so he doesn't know.
He's about to learn about pocket
He
pies.
kind of looks at you.
Yeah.
Whatever you make.
Well, we'll give it a whirl.
It's a multiversal pocket pie.
Sure. Meet me back around here in an hour.
All right.
So he kind of nods, shoulders his pack again, and begins to lumber off into the, make his way into the crowd.
I'll go find some food.
Okay.
Pocket pies, I hope.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
For them pocket pies. Oh, well. Oh, actually, it's pretty good. 17.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy enough to find some food vendors. It takes a little bit to explain to the nice old lady what a pocket pie is. Basically, you're asking her to take the street food that she's giving you and wrap it even more so.
Yeah.
Which she's a bit confused at first. But a few more copper thrown her way, and she's able to...
Oh, shit. Couldn't she just do that by
Just
herself?
make it to go!
Plates.
However, as you're kind of gathering the rest of that and paying her the 1 silver for both of the pocket pies, whatever those are now, you kind of, your attention is caught for a moment by a large ship, a little more gilded than some of these other cargo ships that has landed, but still like pile high with crates and stuff that had landed quite recently. As it landed, you would notice that ropes were thrown and stuff was tied, but your training quickly gave way to some inconsistencies. It seemed like the dockhands that were tying the ropes seemed to be a bit more like unease.
So they're not like clumsy with it. They're just kind of
No, they just seem like they're
little skittery.
A little skittery.
Okay.
Do you do anything?
I think I'd like to observe a little bit more and see if I could glean any information, maybe what's on that cargo ship. Have I ever seen a ship gilded quite like that?
Make a history check.
All right. That's a 18.
18. You've seen a fair amount of ships in your time. Many of them ranging from, the common man's airship that uses heat and air to transport to the more well-known Great House ships, which are powered by much more arcane means. This one has the markings of money, but seems to be being used for transportation or cargo, which seems a bit odd.
But no like labels on the outside of the boxes saying,
There is a name on the boxes if you want to but you can't read it from this distance. You have to get closer to look.
I don't know. I got pretty good eyes, but I will like to get closer.
Okay. So you begin to move closer. Go ahead and are you just going to walk up towards it, or are you trying to kind of blend in with your surroundings?
Oh, I think I blend pretty well. I think I'll just kind of stroll.
So go ahead and make just a general stealth check for me to see how well you blend in with the crowd.
16.
16.
Oh, plus 8 to my stealth, but it's a disadvantage.
I love that. I actually love that.
Are you in plate armor?
That's so cool. I love that. 16,
you said?
Yes, 16.
16.
Yeah.
So, kind of hefting your pack, you begin to make your way, but the little as your armor's banging against itself, you hear the chiding of your uncle in your head again, as you are reminded yet again of I gotta pad that.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Some lard in the corners would probably have been anyway.
But you make your way closer to about 50 feet away from the boat, and you can clearly see some of the boxes that are being unloaded have seems to be a name emblazoned on them.
All right.
Kind of burned into the side of it, and it looks like a name, Tolliver.
Tolliver's Travels. All right. Am I familiar with that name? Have I heard that any place? Maybe I'll ask.
With an 18 history check, it's not difficult. Tolliver is synonymous with one of the four houses.
Okay, all right. It's pretty big doings.
I mean, the name is synonymous. The fact that name is on cargo could mean anything, but the fact that it's tied to House Tolliver, you would assume probably means that it's rich people stuff. However, as you get closer, your clanking and clanging does raise the suspicion of one of the dockhands, who kind of turns to see you and is, "Can I help you?"
I'm just taking a stroll, just making sure I get back to my uncle before these pocket pies get too chilly. You ever have pocket? Never mind. I don't think it's common around these parts.
Right. Well, do your strolling on the other side of the docks.
Yeah, I'm going. You'll hear me go.
All right.
You'll see me too, I guess.
I'd love to hear you leave.
Get going.
All right, well, have a good one.
As he kind of watches you leave and then slowly turns and goes back to what he's doing. Lucian and Ohiana. Lucius. Gonna get it right. I swear to you I'm gonna get it right. Lucius and Ohiana. You guys are standing about 80 feet away talking to a vendor about some trinkets or something like that when you hear this kind of, not loud, but just kind of rough conversation and this obvious clanging of somebody in heavy plate armor talking to a dockhand who's now kind of backing away oh, sorry. But you see him watch her intently leave and then go back to his work. Ohiana, make an insight check for me.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 5.
5.
There's our girl.
Yep.
Liz is back.
You know
No
it.
issue.
Hey everyone,
Nothing.
this is Liz.
Nothing's going on there.
Nothing weird about that at
Nothing
all.
weird going on there.
I hate everything.
That's a Liz roll right there.
Lucius, do you want to
Yes.
Sure.
go ahead and roll insight for me?
Okay. Insight? Mm-hmm. Okay. Natural 20.
Jeez and Pete.
There's our boy.
My
anti-Liz.
right eye glows a little bit. Just like pulses.
You don't see any. You don't think anything weird. You just kind of look at him like, he seems unnerved. And then all of a sudden you hear the voice.
He seems unnerved.
Hey. So like I didn't describe this when my character he's carrying a giant, like a relatively good sized coffin on his back. But it's under like a giant cloak. Mm-hmm. So like it's like they're just carrying a big box like on his back, but it's covered by something. And basically like he's like very just like wiry, but he does not look strong. Mm-hmm. He moves to the front and like opens up a little bit. It's like and puts up his ear. He's like, yeah. What's up?
That one seems. And it's at this point, nobody else can hear this, but this kind of just soft voice, almost seemingly coming from the coffin, but not from the coffin, just kind of emanates out as you kind of open it up, and the cold, almost like someone breathing in the cold, kind of like this smoke comes out with it, and you hear the voice. That one seems scared.
Of me?
No, not of you. Though he might be. No. He's hiding something.
Secrets. You're so cool. Alright. Hey, I put him back on my back. Hey.
Lucius, darling.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
Let me look. I forgot his name. Let me. Lord Farai told me that guy's hiding something over there. He looks scared, but not of me. It's his sins.
His sins, you say?
Something like that. I don't know. I just wanted to be dramatic.
As you say, I just want to be dramatic. That ship explodes.
What?
As shrapnel and wood and fire just flies everywhere. I need.
Is that the ship that I was looking at?
I need Kenneth,
Oh, shit.
Lucius, and Ohiana to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Holy crap! Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's a nat 20!
Oh, guessing I pick up.
20,
Oh, you will.
26. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Is that a 9? That's a 9 for me.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
Oh, you're doing so great. Why you still know my...
So you two, Ohiana and Kenneth, you take no damage. Lucius, you gain.
You gain damage.
You can't.
You gain 7 hit
I keep
points.
stuttering because I think I keep screwing up your name.
It's Lucius.
Lucius.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get it
Just call him
right.
L.
Okay.
Don't call me L.
Lucius. I might end up just calling him Kane at some point, but
Luscious.
I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right.
Kane's
Lucius, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as the world just goes pee, and that loud kind of ringing emanates in your ears as everyone realizes that something happened. And as the smoke is starting to dissipate and everyone's like groggily trying to figure out what's going on, you two heard the explosion. I assume you want to figure out what's going on there.
Right, yep, okay, well that seems like life. Let's go, here we go.
Wait.
I didn't do that!
We were assigned to guard this door right here.
Mate, we're... our job's... It's...
Our job, what if...
So they're going to argue
So
for a while.
I took 1 point damage, right? Sorry.
This is all happening simultaneously. So they're going to argue for a second as that happens.
Yes, I'd love to go get closer and see if there's anything left of the ship.
So you are beginning to get up. This is like that moment, like, what the heck happened?
Yep.
You guys hear the explosion. You're going to argue. You see it happen maybe about 120 feet away, and I don't know if you want to do anything about that. We'll get to that in a second. TBD, you are just about to drift back to sleep as an explosion rocks your world, and all of a sudden the side of the ship that you are in explodes inward, sending bodies flying, killing probably half a dozen people.
Civ? I love him.
Oh no, not Civ.
I like
Yeah,
him.
Civ's dead.
No!
The only NPC we've ever loved.
As all of this happens simultaneously, you begin to hear the sounds of screams, the smell of burning wood, as Ohiana and Kenneth, you guys didn't take much damage, you just got knocked over. You can get up and kind of adjust your vision and can see what looks to be about half a dozen individuals scurrying off of this now exploded and burning ship, hauling like boxes with them as they look and see, like make eye contact with you guys. And you watch as one of them, kind of a shorter, almost rounder, looks to be humanoid, but you watch as its arm retracts and comes back out with a crossbow and it levels it right at you as you're prone. I'm going to need you guys to go ahead and roll initiative.
Including TBD or...
Including TBD.
Honestly, TBD is such a cool name.
I mean, that's just your name now.
Well, for now, yeah.
Okay.
But, like, I'm probably gonna give him a dumb name.
So let's go ahead and kick this off with 25 to 20.
6.
Was I supposed to roll?
Yeah.
Oh.
Were Will and I supposed to roll?
Yeah, everyone's rolling.
Ooh. Good thing my initiative is -2.
Damn.
14.
Okay.
What?
So no 25s to 20s.
Oh, I'm also 14, if that's the highest we
That
have.
is not the highest we have. Thank you very
20,
much.
20 to 15.
15.
There it is.
Look at you.
Eliana with a 15.
Oh my
She's getting shot
god.
at.
Plus 5.
Oh my god.
I don't appreciate getting shot at.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, and I'm like,
15 to 10.
This is 11.
what?
11.
Thank you.
Glyph,
Goodness for a
14.
+4. 1 + 4?
No.
Wait, I got 11.
I've played a Warlock
Did you
before.
say-
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Bullets
there.
are fun.
I just don't. I get to show you guys a character that's not an asshole.
What did you...
Well, that's yet to be
big one.
determined.
Oh,
I got
Aroma?
14.
14.
I rolled 16, but got 14.
Okay. TBD got an 11.
Yep.
Thank you.
Lucius got
Sorry,
a
Preston.
4.
I got 6.
6. Kenneth?
Very
Got
important.
7.
Ooh! High five! Someone.
ASMR high five.
Thanks.
I love how the max that I can get is 18.
Is 18, yeah.
And the lowest I can get is a -1.
-1 initiative. You don't even get to fight. Like, you're surprised.
Like you sit
Pack
in
it
the
up, my
corner.
boy.
Yeah, they have a surprise round on me because
You're like when combat happens, you're like, oh, shit's gonna go down, and then shit goes
All
down.
right, so first one. As the smoke is clearing, it is going to be that one's turn that aimed the crossbow. You watch as this thing, as the smoke clears, this humanoid body is a lot more skeletal and thin, and you would immediately recognize it as what's known colloquially as an auto or an automaton, as it kind of just expressionlessly like reloads its hand crossbow and fires right at you. Does a 21 hit?
Damn!
What a douchebag.
I know, right?
Oh man.
Can we cancel robots?
4 points of piercing damage as right into your like upper shoulder. This crossbow like digs in
You have to get labrum surgery, dude. You're gonna be out for 6 to 12.
as it is gonna go ahead and move. It's gonna take its full movement to go up to the front of the dock. It's got 20 feet, just so you know.
Yeah, that was already 4. From there to.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so 20 feet is all it's got. So it's making its way out with this small kind of like pouch strapped to it with like some stuff jangling around in there. That ends its turn. It is now the other one's turn. So one of the other ones is going to go ahead and drop down from the ship. One of the orange ones. He's going to make... Yep. So, and then he's going to move another 10 feet up. And it's going to see... roll a d4 and see who it sees.
What is that D for?
Lucius.
Okay.
It's going to see you, And it's also going to watch as its hand kind of flips into its arm and retracts, and there's a small kind of crossbow loaded in there as it levels at you and fires. 18 again. 21.
That hits.
Ooh, I'm rolling like
You're rolling fire, no?
rolling fire, guys.
Go off.
That's a 2. So 3 points of piercing damage from that one as it strikes you in the lower leg. Yeah. So that ends.
It strikes me in the lower leg. I'm like, this is supposed to hurt more than it does.
As that ends its turn.
I've been there.
That is the end of their turns. Okiana, you're up.
Okay.
Ow.
I would like to cast Ray of Frost at this first little orange guy.
Sure, absolutely.
Because I don't like that he shot at me.
No.
I take that quite personally.
Okay. Good. That's
Does a
a double
17
digit.
hit?
It's a double digit.
17 does hit.
Oh, sheesh.
I was hoping he was going to say does not.
It does not hit.
So this is the
running
last episode of Campaign 3.
You
well,
actually
I
take
did
this
2 points of frost damage.
So as you summon the magical energy within you, you hold your hands out. The cold hits its body and begins to like crystallize across it as you watch as it slowly kind of like crunches together before like spinning its torso 180 degrees, snapping it back into place and continuing its trek up the dock. Is that end your turn? Anything else you want to do? Bonus actions or anything?
I would like to inspire Lucius.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you've got an extra
The eyes was
D6.
How do you inspire?
Lucius, my boy, you got this one.
okay.
Ending your turn, it is now Oromir?
Aromir.
You're killing these names.
Yeah.
It's perception.
I'm hitting 1,000 tonight.
I'm going
Followed by Goliath.
The life.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
D6.
30.
Okay, I'm just gonna
At
put
least
that.
mine's
I
easy.
sprint over, and as I'm gonna sprint over, I roll down my sleeve, and you see like these like massive scars across my forearm, where I then tear into my arm, and as I arc blood across onto my maul, the blood shifts and becomes electricity before spattering across the head of the maul and electrifying it. So I'm
As your
gonna take
claws
my
scrape across your
crimson
arm, carving into the already deep wounds, they scrape across the top of the maul in these already like these tracks where the blood immediately begins to like go into before beginning to sparkle and shimmer before as it electrifies.
Yes.
Did you roll your damage for
Crimson right damage.
Crimson Right?
Yeah, I did. I got a 1.
Ooh, let's go.
Even. I'm also, because it's a free action, I'm going to use my Blood Maledict. So I'm not going to amplify that because that's also a bonus action. But I deal extra damage. My extra lightning damage. I get an extra die.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like
yeah.
that. That chunk? Okay.
Yeah, if I hit.
You can hit. You can definitely hit.
Yeah, we're good. So I'm going to swing. Ooh, 23 to hit.
23 definitely hits.
Yeah.
It's a dragon, man.
Okay.
Do the numbies.
All the dice. Oh, that's sick.
The D4s are popping off.
Yeah, I know. So that's there. That's 7. Okay, 10 points.
10 points of damage as this thing kind of spins its torso and attempts to like
12 points of damage.
12 points damage. As it spins its torso and breaks the ice that's kind of forming on its joints, it turns to go up the dock and is immediately just and the head is gone into the water. The body immediately and falls to the ground lifeless.
Yeah, that's my.
Is there anything else you'd like to
No,
do?
I can't.
Okay. Ending your turn, Glyph, you are up with Zeph on deck.
Right, well that's that's perfect. I just take a look at Zeph and I'm like, look, I know our immediate task was to guard specifically this door, but what about the greater good? This is a greater good moment, so we're gonna seize the greater good, and I'm gonna capitalize upon it. And so I'm gonna run out of the alleyway,
Okay.
towards the ruckus.
Because you guys took most of your time arguing the finer points of guarding a door. It's going to take your dash action, to get out into the street from where you are.
I like that campaign 1, combat 1, let's nerf Will. I'm that far. I'm all the way over there.
He just wants to discourage roleplay, is all, Will.
I guess so. Hey guys, you had a legitimate argument. Okay, well, bonus action, I will do nothing because I don't have a bonus action.
Where
I'm
you
going
guys are
to
positioned, man?
stand right here and wait.
Okay.
Listen, there are prices for being awesome.
I mean,
Zeph, what would you like to do?
the same thing.
Can I... I'm gonna say in his mind... How far away are you?
60 feet.
Let's see. I think I can do this. Nope, I can't. I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Okay.
And move like so fast past my buddy. Mm-hmm. Like it gives me 90 if I use everything. Actually, I'll just run up to him.
Okay.
Here. So that's my movement plus dash plus casting Expeditious Retreat. There we
Nailed
go.
it.
Okay. There you go.
We're in there.
So you guys are now rushing into the street
I get
where,
your point. Like, this might
where
be
now
danger.
people are screaming and running away. It's absolute chaos out here. That ends Zeph's turn. TBD, you are up with Kenneth on deck.
So am I currently still attached to the ship and the chains, or am I free?
Yes, you are still attached to the ship. However, there's now a giant hole about 12 to 16 inches away from where you were laying. So you would think there might be a way to kind of yank this chain out here in a second if you could figure it out.
Like an unarmed strike, maybe?
If you want to punch it or if you want to pull it, it's up to you.
I guess a pull would make sense.
Sure. You can do athletics to break that if you would like.
Okay. Where'd the trigger? 14.
14. You start pulling and nothing's happening for a second, but you grab it again, reset yourself, and pull one more time, and you hear it as it pops through some of the chains, and finally, and it pulls free of the ship. You are now free. You are still in chains, but you are free to move around.
Okay. Is that my action, or is that...
That is your action to pull that chain free, yes.
Okay. The only other thing I'll do is go over to Civ and be like, hey, Civ, wake up. Civ. Where? I think I have a way out. Civ.
Okay.
Civ.
Okay, so that ends TBD's turn. Kenneth, you are up.
All right.
Lucius, you're on deck.
Holy crap.
All right. Well, roughly how far away was Uncle Orwell going to be? Was he close by? Because I'm a little concerned.
You don't see Uncle Oral anywhere here.
Oh, shit. All right.
You can make a perception check to try to look through the crowd, but that'll take your action to do so.
No, I think I'm going to take care of the immediate need at hand. I will go ahead and cast Zephyr Strike, and I'm just going to try. I'm going to try to knock. Well, first of all, I'm going to move as my bonus action. I can move a lot. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to back way up, closer to where I think Uncle Orwell might possibly be. And I would like to knock an arrow and try to hit just one of them bad ones. I don't know. Just pick one.
Okay.
That'd be a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Okay, all right. So with the Zephyr Strike, we let's see. There's 8. That is 15 points of damage.
15. You take your bow, line up the arrow, fire it into the chaos of the dock as you watch as one of the other automatons on top of the ship is scrambling to get up over the railing as it right in the front of it, and it slumps and tumbles into the water.
That one?
The one up there. Yep.
That'll be my turn.
This one?
Yep, that one up there.
Okay.
That's orange.
Orange.
Thank you. Okay. So yeah, that's your turn.
Yep.
Okay. Lucius, you are up.
Okay, bonus action. Okay. As a bonus action, Lucius starts coughing up, like he gets on his knees and starts coughing up a bunch of like just blood, and then falls limp on the ground. And then
He needs
it's silent for
more
a little bit,
inspiration.
and then he just and comes up and like basically like hovers on the ground. His white hair turns black, and there's just one beaming just eye, and the coffin opens, and 3 just laughing wisps like go and basically get him, and him. I'm gonna
Okay.
cast Bane after doing Form of Dread.
Okay. Yeah. Do they make a save for that?
They make a charisma save.
Charisma saving throw.
Christmas save?
So that is. What's your DC?
15.
15. He rolled a natural 19 with a -3 to his charisma.
Damn.
He's still going to save on that one.
Okay.
But these other 2 are going to go ahead and roll. And their charisma is a little different. Let's see if they have a negative with the charisma. Nope, they have no bonuses, but he rolled a natural 15, so he's going to save. And the last one, it's a natural 8, so he's going to fail.
Okay, so who's baned?
It'd be the third one that you picked. So there's that guy right there. Yep.
That guy's baned.
Yep, he's Bane. So he gets a
Get a
minus
marker for
negative
that?
D4 to
Yeah.
all his stuff.
One
Saving
there.
throws and stuff.
Bring that no way.
Nope.
Okay, is that any turn?
Sorry, yes.
Yeah. All right,
That's
that's
my
fine. No
turn.
problem. It is
Can I get behind that actually after doing that?
sure. So you can get duck behind those barrels and kind of like get yourself in some partial cover.
I got shot.
All right, so it's now the thieves' turn. As you see, the one who is now affected by your magic is like freaking out and trying to like brush it off him. He's like, "Shit, we gotta go!" As he hops off of the boat. Or actually, he's gonna go. He's gonna turn. He's gonna risk the fire. 20, 25, 30. And we're gonna make a dexterity saving throw to see if he can avoid the fire, which he does not. So he's gonna take.
Constructs? Because he don't Sorry, Dad. It didn't matter. You already killed him.
He's gonna run through the fire, taking some damage as he goes. As he lands on the other side of the boat, obscured by most of you at this point. He kind of leapt off the other side. As coming up from underneath the dock, if you go and put one of the orange ones back up. Not that one. One of the ones you took off.
Another one.
Liz.
Another boy. Get him on deck.
Put it on the deck of the ship for me.
What he doing?
As it's gonna appear up top, and you hear one of the thieves shout, "Just freaking kill him already!" And you hear the automaton affirmative as it turns and jumps off of the dock, lands on the galleyway itself, and is gonna go ahead. So it hops down.
Down here?
Yep, and it's gonna go ahead and move, and it's gonna
10 feet?
take 10 feet. And as it does, you watch as both of its hands reach back out, and like short scimitars appear in its hands. And then last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and do. The bandit on the ship is going to go ahead, and he's going to move to the other side as well. This one, a much younger individual, kind of like sandy blonde hair, is like frantic at this point and just kind of shit as he turns and runs through the fire, taking natural 1, taking damage. Ugh, he's hurt too now. They both took some damage there. As he's going to run and try to jump off the side as well. And last but not least is the last one. And he sees both of them leave. He's like, cowards! I'll find my way out of this. As he pulls a large club out of the back of his, off his back, and he's going to go ahead and charge up the plank. He's going to take his full 30 feet of movement. Okay. Yep, and he's going to stay near the automatons, obviously for support. Emotional, if not anything else. Back to the top of the round. That automaton is dead. that one. Yep, it's his turn. So the the closest automaton to you all is going to go ahead and rush up into the space with
20 feet movement, right?
Yeah, 20 feet.
Okay.
Can he get up to...
You can get up to him.
Yep, you can get up to him. Okay. So he's going to go ahead and you watch as his crossbow retracts and comes back out with almost like a javelin-esque thing in his... basically another crossbow with a much larger head. As it's going to rush over and very Troy-style run up to you and try to like Superman punch you with this thing.
Probably will.
Full tilted. As it's going to go ahead
AC
and...
10.
With a natural 18.
Ow.
It's basically a crit.
You have to roll 6 to not hit.
Fair enough.
Hey.
Only one. So 2 points of piercing damage
Hey, baby.
as
Ow.
it stabs into you. Use the butt of your maul and kind of deflect the shot, although it scrapes across your already bleeding arm and causes another gash on there. But the tissue is basically dead in most of the skin there, so it doesn't really feel like anything.
It's been there.
That's going to end that one's turn as... there's another orange one down there, correct?
There is.
Coming around the other plank where the 2 bandits disappeared. Back one there. Yep,
Yes.
that one there. So coming around that corner.
Free.
Now out of sight. 5, 10, 15, 20. That one comes around the corner. These 2 bandits have come down here out of
Don't
sight.
shoot me.
It's rushing around the corner. Please don't. No, she will tell you to. I'm telling you, don't do it.
Don't.
I didn't.
I'm just saying, if it happens again, she's going to keep encouraging you to do it. She's an arbiter of chaos. Please do not. I don't even like it when she does it. So, but that one comes around the corner.
Unnecessary point of clarification.
I don't even like it. I've never
Leveling
liked it.
its crossbow. It's going to fire at the biggest target, which is again you.
Freaking jeez.
Freaking G's.
With an actual 19. Jeez.
Ow. I'm just gonna.
That is 5 points of piercing damage. As that one hits you in the leg, kind of where the knee is. But yeah, that ends their turns. Ohiana, you are up with...
So, question. If I were to run up here and cast Thunder Wave on the dock itself, obviously the dock is an inanimate object and
Sure.
cannot make a save.
Absolutely.
Would it, in theory, probably like make the dock like disconnected and maybe sink?
Depends how much damage you do.
Cool.
Do it.
Well, I would like to do that.
Okay, so you rush up.
She's gonna rush up here. Gonna stay out of melee with this bad
Sure.
boy because we are not friends. So the dog needs to make a con save.
Which it
13.
Which it fails.
So
What?
I know the dog failed a con
What?
save.
You can't make a save.
Could I borrow somebody else's D8?
Yeah, I got you.
Here, I have one on. Oh,
You want this one? You want this one?
Sir, that was not my hand.
I thought it was your hand, my bad. No.
Thank you.
Okay, well that's 8 points of damage.
8 points. You clap your hands together and this thunder wave emanates out, kind of rocking back the ones that are running up. You watch as the dock itself kind of like bends and creaks, and you hear the snapping of wood and metal as rivets fly off of it. It is hanging on by a metaphorical thread, not a literal thread, but it's banged up at this point.
Cool.
Yes.
To give value on my Bane, did this guy, like, when he made a save go across the fire, did he subtract a d4 for him?
That's not the Bane guy. It's that guy there, right there.
It's
That some bitch? Ah.
Bane man.
yeah, that's Bane Man.
That is
Okay.
Bane.
Okay. My bad.
Yeah, he should. He's like, I'll do this myself. All right.
Props on that.
Anything else you want to do?
Action.
No, it was great. It definitely damaged it. It's going to be interesting to see how they get across at this point, unless
very
they're
cool.
all bottlenecked up there. Anything you would like to do at this point?
Aomer, where's your HP?
26.
Okay.
Oh.
How's your... How alive are you?
I'm pretty alive.
Pretty alive.
I
Okay.
don't even know this.
Yeah, I don't know who you are.
Well, person, hey, how bad you
Outside
hurt,
of,
bed?
outside
I
of
have
game.
a bolt in my knee.
Okay.
I've bowled my leg. And shrapnel on my face.
Is that all you're going to do?
That's it.
All right, end of your turn, Romir. You're up
I'm
now.
going to freaking break this stupid robot.
Of course you are.
I'm going to cast Hex on him.
Okay.
Lightning arcs across
Yep.
onto him.
Yep.
Oh, hex.
He's freaking hexed.
It doesn't make a save, does it?
No.
No save. It is just
I'm pretty
hex.
sure. Yeah, no save.
Okay.
I'm gonna strike him.
Sure, go for it.
Freaking. Well, Maul. Hey, that was really bad. 8.
8. You swing your maul, and this one you watch as it, like, its eyes flash. It's like dead, like light eyes, all of a sudden flash with like a moment of recognition as its body kind of pivots and turns as the maul strikes into the dock itself, as it kind of like straightens itself back up and readies itself for another attack.
I can't do anything. I did my bonus action.
Okay.
And my action.
Up now is Glyph, followed by Zeph.
All right. Well, looking ahead, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna go right about there-ish if I can, and actually that won't work. It's not far. Okay, so I'm gonna go here. Do we have line of sight here? Do we know what's going on? Or is
Yeah,
that
you
too
could.
tall?
I would say you could see pretty well. I mean, there's a lot of people running around, and it's pretty chaotic. But you can definitely see there are
Like over
individuals
those
fighting.
Yeah,
much
I'm just saying
more-
I didn't know how tall this stuff was right here.
No, you can see over it.
Okay, I got you. Okay, yeah, I'll probably just shoot then. I was just thinking of a couple other things, but it's not gonna work this time. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull out the old riffle. Where did they all go? Oh, that's only 10.
10. 10 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think it would.
Damn.
You fire a shot and it goes wide as you're trying to avoid hitting any of these pedestrians. Yeah.
That's fair.
As it like bounces off and ricochets. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Level 2, baby.
Zeph, you are up. TBD, you're on deck.
I'm gonna say,
If you'd actually hit something, I'd know which ones we were fighting.
and then I'm gonna
And then
want
attacks
to
Preston.
That's true. Maybe they could have been good robots. I just assumed.
Yeah, you see a
55,
floating
60. At this point, can I get onto
enlightened
this
lion.
boat?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I imagine I can just use like my action as movement in order to get onto the boat as high as I can.
How much more movement do you have?
I mean, if I use dash again, 30.
I would say if you just want to use, it'll take you an extra 10 feet of movement to get on the ship. You don't have to use an action to do so if you want to save it for something else.
Yeah. If I can get up here. And then cast mage armor on
Sure.
myself.
As you touch
And
the
look
glyphs.
around. I'm just being up there.
Sure.
I'm
You touch the
scanning
glyphs across your body as they all of a sudden light up, creating kind of like a vibrating effect around you. Make for free, go ahead and make a perception check for me as you're looking around.
13.
13. You don't notice anybody topside. However, you do hear the sounds of like coughing and like groaning from underneath this ship.
Cool. Duly noted. Shoot. Okay, cool. Duly noted.
Okay. Up next, TBD, followed by Kenneth.
Does Civ have any like a ring or a necklace or anything on his person that?
Make an investigation check. I'll let you do it for free.
+0.
This is D&D looting corpse.
Which thing is we remember his run by?
A 2. Any
his
valuable
hand.
he had was taken off. But
I was gonna try to wear it in memory of him throughout the whole campaign. Darn.
Damn.
so you can't grab something later and make it in his
Yeah.
memory.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Objective survive.
In that case, I realize that he has passed, and I move. Is the hole leading out towards the?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Go there.
Make a acrobatics check for me to see if you can clear the.
And it's precarious.
Oh yes, very
The
precarious
dock
at this
is
point.
precarious.
So
Is that
yeah.
disadvantage?
Nope, just
No.
straight at just
Change
acrobatics.
the DC probably.
Hey.
24.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, you just I don't know how you do it, but yeah, you
Adrenaline,
just
baby.
kind of like
Adrenaline.
you basically as more shrapnel explodes from a minor explosion, you basically like step on pieces of like flying wood, like land on the dock, no issue. You still have your movement.
So that was my action then too.
No.
Just to get. Oh no.
No.
I'm gonna move up behind that guy.
Sure.
The orange one.
Yep.
And then unarmed strike him.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll your attack.
10.
10. You swing, whing, and hit off the back plate of this thing as it turns around and like looks down at you and readies one of the scimitars in its hand.
I would like to. If I miss, I can still do flurry of blows, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Use one of the key points to do that. Which
Okay.
is 2 more.
2 more strikes. Yeah.
11.
11. You like start hitting it in its chest now,
I'm
and
malnourished.
it does
Yeah,
not.
there.
There is nothing's hitting. It's hitting him, but it is not affecting him in any way. So, also you have never seen one of these before, so it is definitely new to you. Like most things have flesh and bone and things that you can hit. This is just metal.
It looked aggressive.
So it's very aggressive, but also really hard to hit. Kenneth, you were up, followed by Lucius.
All right.
Thanks, Calvin.
Okay. Well, Zephyr Strike is still up. So I'm just going to try to pick off the next one that's sitting up there.
Sure.
Right there. And it actually says I can give myself advantage, which I didn't even read before. New spell, y'all.
That's pretty cool.
Unnatural 20.
I love that.
A natural or unnatural?
An unnatural.
Okay, you could hear the confusion in my voice. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
15 points of damage.
Damn!
Once again, yeah, just absolutely decimates this thing, splits it right in its spine where it and just like crumbles to the ground.
So, since Zephyr Strike helps make you a little more agile and like whatever, do you think I could try to quickly scan and see if I can find Uncle Orwell?
Sure.
Just a quick little like.
Sure, go ahead and make a perception check.
You know, I knew what he was wearing. See if any colors stand out to me. Perception 16.
16?
Yeah.
You're fairly certain he's not here.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Ending your turn is now Lucius.
So
You're
Lucius,
up.
like
Yep.
he ducks, like you see him like basically transform and then like go behind this barrel. But like is this Glyph? Glyph,
Yes.
Glyph
Yeah.
sees like this weird guy, just like he's just staring at the back of the barrel and just like limp. And then his
I'll get
he
it.
sees like a dull red light glow and his hair turns red, and like he comes up on top of the barrel, and like his jaw's still agape, but a voice comes out. Mm-hmm. It's like,
What are you hiding?
and like he's gonna cast Hex on the big guy.
Okay. Yeah, I think you have enough weird curses on him.
Being
I
pulled
assume
by
it
the
just
It
happens.
drops bane. Yeah, Hex
Okay.
just happens.
Yep, Hex
right?
just Alright, so he's hexed.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay, yeah.
Also, if you want to, you can choose an ability and they have disadvantage on it.
Does it get rid of anything else, or can I just do that?
You just do that. It's
Choose
just like
what target
as you-
ability checks.
Which I forgot. to
Dexterity
do that.
checks.
Okay.
Mine doesn't matter.
And I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay.
Don't forget you got that extra d6.
That's exactly the only reason I'm doing it. Okay, Eldritch Blast. Rolling on here. 16 plus 7, 23.
23 hits.
Now I could do a D10. D10 plus a D6 because it's hexed. 9 damage. 9 points of 6 points of force damage and 3 points of necrotic damage.
9 points.
9 points on the big guy.
Yeah, you, as the kind of like white wispy smoke of the bane starts to dissipate, it recoalesces. It's like black now, and he's like, "What the?" As he like stumbles back and hits the dock actually before like rolling over and popping back up. As like now this part of his armor is like burned away, and like his skin is now black and charred from the eldritch energy that you summoned.
Yeah, I get up top there and do that, and it's basically like just a puppet. And then what I do, I just get back down, but the way I do it, I just back bend all the way, touch the ground, and just
flip back over.
flip back over behind the...
Ew, it reminds me of Volo from.
From
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
Oh, dude, I'm not nearly as sexy, but
Right, yeah,
That's what I imagine.
Same vibe.
same
All right.
vibes, yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be that one's turn, as he's just like.
Oh, he has to make a wisdom save, because I attacked him this turn.
16.
Damn it. I want to be feared of me.
As he's just like looking around in frustration, he's like,
Fear me.
"I ain't with any of this." As he like turns and looks and sees kind of like the detriment he's in, and Yeah, he's just gonna like throw down his sword and just kind of like
Put his hands up.
put one hand up, the other hand is like now like limp at his side from the Eldritch energy, as he's just gonna not do it.
Automaton's still active?
The Automaton is still going. Both automatons are still going.
Which one's what? The big guy? That's the big guy.
That's the thief there. As the other two are going to take their turns. If you want to go ahead and move them off the map for me, as those two green ones, as they have vanished from sight and you have not seen them.
I'm just gonna put them down here.
Although a few of you did get a good look at them, so just as a note. Back to the top of the round is now the last two remaining automatons' turns. Is the first one after being punched by a small child, swings away. That's a natural 16.
I'm a teenager.
Is that it? 16 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. 16 is
Okay.
Meets it,
As
yeah.
it's going to go ahead and try to hit you for 4 points of slashing damage as the blade slings and you have
Sure,
nothing to
that.
protect you and you feel the sharp pain of this blade cut across your arm and chest as fresh blood begins to flow. That ends its turn. As it is the other one's turn, it is going to go ahead and give me just a second. Yeah, it's just going to go ahead and follow its directive as it's going to go ahead and fire another crossbow at the thing that shot at it originally, actually. So, bypassing all of the direct targets, it sees the more ominous threat of the ranged individual and is going to go ahead and fire at Kenneth.
It me.
Kenneth is a
far away.
beast, huh? I'm scared of Kenneth.
Should be.
Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, just barely, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can't choose yet.
Natural 14, so it's going to go ahead and hit you for 5 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
As
Some
the
bitch.
as the arrow makes its finds its mark in your armor and it pierces into your armor and skin. As that is going to be their turn. It's going to take its full movement to charge up. That one is. Yep, so it charges up into the space. That one stays where it is because it is in melee. Any of you who have a decent perception notice that the bandit who has surrendered is like looking back and yelling like, "Deactivate! What the hell are you supposed to say?" And they do not respond to him. They seem to be intent on what they're doing. End of all of there because they're all dead. Oh, Kiana, you are up.
Cool. I would like to cast Ray of Frost on this little boy.
Okay.
No mercy.
He just surrendered. He could be the only person in his
No, he's shooting at that one.
No, she's firing at
Oh, shoot
the
a big
bandit.
man? Go for it. Go ahead.
do
Do whatever
your
you
thing.
want.
I mean,
It's your turn. Go ahead. He's not saying anything in game.
No
Go
one's
off.
had time to talk to each other.
Go off.
No,
I'm
we're all
annoyed
different
by his
parties.
existence.
Go off.
Go off.
Queen.
Okay.
Go off. Or off.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Well,
Well, you're happy.
no,
Thank God.
it did not happen.
That one.
You go to fire it, but as you do, you take a step intent on your target and realize that the dock that you was there originally is now slightly askew, and so you're like, oh god! You trip. Actually, go ahead and make an extra saving throw for me to see if you can stay on your feet with that one.
It's a natural 1 behavior, Liz.
Can I go up?
No, I've got to get a good mix in there. Cool. It's a 4.
Wasn't wrong.
Yeah, you stumble and fall prone down
Into the water?
into the water. Yeah,
Damn!
into the water.
You
yeah,
did through the dock where
You
were
just
lying
kind of
down.
like zip, like one leg goes and you just completely
girl,
biff
that
it
ankle gay.
and just
Do you know how to
go
swim?
into the
course I
water.
do.
You are now in the water.
You don't know how to swim.
Nothing bad yet has happened, but
As a bonus action, can I try to swim my way over here to climb back up, please?
you
Still
have
have
movement
movement,
still.
yeah,
You have
Okay,
plenty of
well then
movement.
yes, I would like to do
Would
that.
you be prone in the water?
No, you're just
You
in
still
the
have
water.
speed, though.
You're just in the water.
Half speed.
I'm just in the water.
Half speed, yeah. So, we'll say it uses your movement and your bonus action to begin climbing up onto the dock. So, we'll say your next turn you can get
Next turn,
back
be
up
on
onto
up
there.
there.
Romir, you are up, followed by Glyph.
I'm going to bonus action, move Hex, because the thing that I had.
Oh, it's
Sure,
dead.
absolutely.
Oh, hex.
And then I'm going to attack this boy.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you will.
No.
13.
13 does not hit.
Mother trucker, dude.
Yeah, they're a bit more beefy than you would
Where
think.
did you move
This is so annoying.
Yeah.
Onto this stupid freaking
He's
robot.
X.
He's X'd.
What
It's
did you
on the
wear?
box.
There you go. He said, put him in the box.
Put him in the
What's
box.
in the box?
robot.
I'm gonna move in between him and the rest of everyone else.
Okay, so you just kind of stand interposed in his way. Doesn't seem bothered by it. But that ends your turn. Glyph, it is now your turn with Zeph on deck.
Okay, right on. Seeing Lion Man probably has that under control, I would imagine. I'm gonna come this way to get a beat on the one that's attacking the small boy. And I'm going to try and save small boy with a not high enough. That's only a 12.
12 does not hit the automatons.
That'll do it.
Okay.
Bonus action, I'll cast a message and send it to Zeph, per the norm. Say, we should probably try to save that kid.
Yeah, I've got it.
That's literally...
Yeah, and on cue,
That sounds
Zeph, it's
right.
your turn.
All right. So here's what Zeth wants to do. He is going to, from his high vantage point, jump off of the whatever castle that is called, forecastle, after castle, at the automaton, gliding,
Yeah.
and upon connection with him, upon physical connection, he will cast Thunderclap as a cantrip.
Okay.
The attempt is to use his forward and downward momentum
To clap his
push
cheeks.
this guy,
What?
push this automaton, wrench this automaton into the water or into the side of the boat, whatever. Just like
Okay.
Straight
Okay.
through him.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack then.
all right. Can I have a date? Let's say. Okay. Plus 7. Unnatural 20.
That will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. A D6, please. Okay, 10.
10 points of damage. Yeah. Without issue, you swoop down, connect with this thing, and as you touch it with your hands, almost like defibrillator pads, clear. Boom! It fires across the dock into the boat, slams into the boat, and is like kind of embedded into it. But its body is now like broken and like hanging, and it is dead. Well, not dead. They didn't have a life anyway, but broken and inactive.
Nice. Like that.
I can't say anything. It's not my turn.
Oh, right.
You can. It's fine.
It's a free action.
Is that your turn?
No.
Hey, kid. Are you alright?
Yeah, just a little cut.
Okay, cool.
And then he's gonna just pivot and run up behind this guy, just stand over him, kind of like, don't move.
Sure.
What's underneath that guy right now?
It's just a
hex.
debuff hex.
He's hexed. TBD, it is now your turn. Kenneth, you're on deck.
I'm going to try to help out. Yeah, attack that guy.
Okay.
Attacking. He's on the ground.
He's got a ground.
Oh, he's on the ground.
Yeah, he dropped his weapon and pulled one hand.
I mean,
like,
you're
up
called,
and, like,
man, but
It's up to you.
I'm still gonna
I
hit him.
You're still gonna hit him?
Once, yeah.
that's awesome.
Go ahead.
Cold as
Alright, we're gonna try.
Just punch him in the
Yeah,
head.
that's
17.
17 hits.
Cool. Like 4 points.
Yeah, you wham out cold. This guy hits your head, your hand hits his head, and his head hits the dock with the same amount of force. Like,
Alright.
bam, bam.
That's for Civ.
Nice.
For future reference, I'm double hexed because 0 HP. So
Sure.
I'm gonna do it.
And I'm done.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna throw you a bone. I'm gonna ask you. Was it lethal damage?
I don't think so.
No, it's up to you.
It's up to you.
Oh,
Were you intending to kill this man, or were you just punching him out of anger?
out of anger.
Okay, so he is unconscious. He's not dead. I will give that to you. In the future, if you want to specify non-lethal, do that so that we're not. Just
never
for
had to
just for
do that
anybody.
because
No,
everything
we've
is
never
lethal
had to do
unless
that.
it's
But
not.
obviously,
Like
if you guys want to offer,
Yeah.
if you want to offer parlay to people who are surrendering, I will give you that
I was gonna say, can I not lethal with Eldritch Blast and Hex? I was like, nah.
I mean, if you can convince
really
me that
hard.
it makes sense, sure, but most of the time, most of the time you can.
Yeah, pull an agnosis.
Nah.
That's how you.
character
That's
went-
not lethal. His head's still non-lethal. Yeah.
I was aiming to kill him.
My character is too cautious of killing people.
Kenneth, you are up with Lucius on deck.
There's a robot in it.
All right, so we're gonna try to get a shot on this dude. We're
Oh my
gonna.
god, dude, it's fun.
I'm gonna try it. Wait, no, let's go here.
That's 2 turns of it.
I don't know. Can I get a shot on him? 'Cause,
Yes, I will say yes.
All right, well we'll try it. Oh, it was so close. It's a 17.
17 hits.
Nice. 2 big
Sickening.
big numbies.
Sickening. Okay, all right.
Significant numbers.
4 plus 4, that's 8, and 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Kenneth Quinn, how do you want to do this?
Oh, sheesh. Honestly,
Your hacks.
I'm just freaking out a little bit. We're gonna try to go for his little automaton head. We're just gonna try to sink an arrow in there and be done. I
Without
really
issue.
don't want to be here.
Without issue. Arrow finds its mark into the temple of this automaton as it immediately just kind of shuts down and ends up leaning forward and leaning against Romir as it's just
You're welcome.
push it off, no issue.
Pushing into the
As that brings this battle to a close.
Can I at the end of combat I see that happen and I'm just slack faces. Thumbs up. Good job. My mouth's not moving.
I don't like it.
As the dust settles, I'll have you guys remove.
pulling my bolts off of myself.
What's this?
Climb up out of the water.
Take that one, take that as well.
Remove this. Appreciate you guys sticking with me there.
You won't do it. You can't break the wings without breaking all of it.
I can.
You can.
Oh.
You can.
Don't.
That's why I'm tempting you.
Yeah.
That's the non-you one.
I know.
Because that one doesn't have wings.
I like it.
Oh, okay.
It's art.
Oh, you're gonna break the wings off so it's you? Oh. Cut the wings off.
No, I can't do that.
Clip the bitch. Snip his wings.
As
Give it to Rotem.
everyone kind of takes a second to breathe from these few minutes of just kind of chaos and all this stuff. The dust settles. The fire is still burning intensely as you hear the screams of people beginning to die away and the shouts of what sounds like soldiers or city guard as they're beginning to make their way into the area. As those of you who are from the Brasslands, which would be Zeph, Glyph, Kenneth, and yeah, those three of you, I need you guys to go ahead and make... Actually, no, you don't need to make a check. Here in about 20 seconds, there are about to be several individuals who you do not want to have to answer to for the magics you just cast.
Well.
Oh, I didn't cast any magic. Did you cast magic?
Well, you saw magics being cast.
Thunderwave.
Well, I will definitely. I'll drop concentration right here, right now, as quickly as possible. Give myself a shimmy shakes to get rid of any magics. I'm gonna try to find Uncle Orwell. I'm trying to book it.
Okay.
Question: would the two of us be exempted from that, the scrutiny?
We'll see coming up.
Okay.
So, you would know that you are within your right to use magics in certain situations. However, the arcane authority who have been come to notice something called trackers. When trackers show up, usually a tracker doesn't care. They just want you to know that they know what you did and they're gonna razz you for it, basically. So this is more of an inconvenience than anything else, but to the common folk and to the fact that you saw many individuals just casting pretty significant spells.
All right. You stay here.
Question.
Talk to the guard.
As
I'm going to check out the
is
boat.
fairly well traveled, would she be aware of this as well?
I would say you need to make a history check for me.
I definitely don't know this.
That's what I'm relying on.
No.
I don't know either.
You would not.
I'm
Just
just
doing our jobs.
Well, you don't smell as magic-y as I do right now.
Lucius is like, and then he blinks and he's like, back, just normal. Hair turns back white.
Okay, that's a 19.
19.
Huh?
You know that there are restrictions to magic in this world, but
Okay.
you haven't really encountered anything because you guys have all been kind of like... the circus kind of operates outside of most places and doesn't really use heavy, like, magics, mostly just kind of little things, you know?
Yeah.
But the answer soon comes to you as most of you are trying to scatter or go somewhere, and the area is immediately cornered off by the city guard. Kenneth, you run into them before they stop you and kind of like shove you back in with a bunch of other people back into the port. Whereas all of a sudden you all hear this faint kind of like popping noise, like as about 4 of these what are known as trappers appear wearing their kind of like orange cloaks. They all appear in the space and begin to immediately just kind of like look around and kind of like corner off the individuals, which would be anybody who did magic is immediately like not restrained, but like corralled.
in my magic.
Yes.
Yes.
Your
it's
magic
blood
is still
bro.
magic.
It's blood magic too. Weirdo.
Hey man, I don't know.
It
this.
was Zeth's intent to hop
bullet
in,
is funny.
like before leaving the
14 intelligence.
the dock.
Yes, you do.
To hop directly into the burning ship and make sure there was no one else on it.
Sure. Go make a
can he
perception,
be in there
perception
while
check for me.
it's- Oh, he's terrible at that.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I think seeing the quote-unquote authority arrive, I feel like I'm a part of the authority.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just we're supposed to guard the dock, so I'm like helping these guys corral
Yeah.
as if I am one of them with
Yeah.
them. Orange
12.
ones.
12. Thorough search as much as you can. The ship is actively on fire, but you don't hear or see anybody that is like desperately in need of help, or is like you don't see anybody. So the
Sweet.
ship is empty.
Sweet. It's empty. Sweet. I'll just hop off, glide down to where this guy's talking to the.
And as you do, immediately like adjacent to you, a trapper shows up, and you hear.
Do I recognize the trapper?
Yeah, it's freaking Philip, man.
No.
Yes.
You hear a voice from underneath, kind of like the shrouded hood. Give me just a second. So.
Under the shrouded hood, band name called it.
I don't know that thing.
That's pretty good.
Is that our first one?
Lard in the corners is the first one.
Dracula 79.
Hey,
Here we go with the numbers and not the names.
At
It's
your
trying to be less
service.
personal.
You have violated the arcane agreement.
one might say I am a violation of the arcane agreement.
Yeah, you've actually said it before.
There is no response.
Yeah. He just like holds up these arms covered in glyphs and sigils that are glowing. And he's like,
What can I say? Maybe I scratched the
Nevertheless.
wrong place.
Nevertheless, you will answer for your transgressions.
All right, take me away.
As it nods to one of the soldiers who's like, sorry, Zeph. Just step over here first.
What are they serving in the prison canteen today?
Oh, it probably won't be prison. It's probably just an inquiry. Just with all the stuff that happened. Obviously, there's something strange happening here, so we want to make sure it's. You know how it is. The trappers just come and just
Sure.
don't make a fuss, and I'm sure we'll be fine.
We'll be okay.
Whenever have we made a fuss?
Right.
Yeah, it's not really our game, is it?
I mean, by the book.
well,
By the book. That was by the
As
book.
Zeph is kind of pushed into the crowd, well, not the crowd, but the small group of 4 other individuals who are all just kind of have been kind of corralled by some guards. You see at this point, kind of storming out from the far side of the port, being trailed by 2 other individuals, kind of like frantically trying to keep up with them. This very tall humanoid woman, her short kind of gray hair, kind of like crew cut, kind of blowing in the wind.
It's
as
Joyce Myers.
Joyce Myers, if she was, if you superimposed her on Dwayne the Rock's body.
Oh, sorry.
Damn.
Not when he's like, I'm in the Iron Paradise, but like when he's built, like just
Yeah, they're
normal.
built.
Yeah, he's built.
He's
man.
always
Not
iron.
when he's just like
Still they're
veiny
built.
and like injecting himself. Sorry, The Rock.
Yeah.
I think you're a great actor. She begins to walk up and she's like, you hear her shouting to them. And he's just like, It did what? I believe it blew up. What do you mean it blew up? What you can see, Dark Master said, I can clearly see. As they walk up and you God, come over here. As he's talking to you, he's like, well, I mean, like, normally, the prison life is okay. Like, the shifts are great, but she's going, hold on, Paul wants to call me. As he runs over and begins to talk. Anything you guys want to do in this moment as you're all just kind of sitting here quietly?
Well, can I keep eyeballing where
Did I get
is
Coral?
Orwell?
You did. You are standing in the...
All of us did?
Those who used magic, so not you.
Oh.
You are just kind of left on the dock. You're standing on the edge of the dock, and there is a guard kind of holding your shoulder, and he's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know what to do. He's just a kid. Can anyone? Nobody.
How tall is this?
No, like he's not. Like he doesn't know what to do. He's just kind of standing
I'm
there.
gonna message Griff to go take charge
How
of the
tall
kid.
is this?
Yeah, it's fine.
The ones that are standing by you,
I'm gonna
average height.
I'm gonna brainsplain it to you.
You are taller than
Brains
them.
plane?
Yeah,
Yep.
very short.
Yeah, they're
No,
they're-
I have brainsplain.
On your forehead.
Why am...
See,
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the kid.
you can.
It actually makes more sense. Having been told by Zeph
Yeah, I'm
as he's
gonna go
getting
high.
carted away in the waddy pack.
you walk up to the guard who's holding TBD, and he looks at you. He's like, "I'm sorry, you coming to take the kid?"
Yeah, me and Zeph saved him, so I figure we'll probably tell the authority about it. We don't really need you to be a middleman, as it were.
Right. I don't know if I want to trust you with a small child.
Right.
they
Well,
did
I
say
told you
that.
that in confidence, and I've only eaten one of them. So why don't you shove it?
I didn't know you ate a child before.
Well, I'm gonna take him. So it's
Make a persuasion check for me.
Or intimidation? What?
that's 5.
5. He's just like,
No.
oh, okay. And he hands it off to you. He's like, it's not on me if he dies. You know that, right?
Well, wouldn't have been on you anyway. You weren't here to help him.
What is
What?
happening?
The guard standing next to you is, sorry, we're just holding you all here for a moment. The Arcane Authority sends trappers, investigators into the city whenever there is an excess of magics that are used. You all seem kind of new to the docks, so I'll kind of give you a little bit of an exposition. I don't know why I feel compelled to do this, but here in the Brasslands, magic is not forbidden, but you don't want to use it, not without, like, expressed
Written consent of the NFL.
Like, so.
That's stupid.
So, I don't know if you can see this. I showed him my leg. I got shot. So,
Oh my god.
I feel great. You're fine. You're
don't
doing
know
a
what
great job. I
happened to
pat,
my
I pat him on the
arm.
back. You're doing a great job.
Excuse me, Sir God. I
My arm is a fucking
detest
scratch
being
through it.
held here in this wrongful imprisonment. You see, we happened to be attacked by these metal creatures, and we were simply responding to such attack.
Oh, no, I'm bleeding
And
more.
Oh yeah,
I
I
got-
send you a message
I am
and it's just
covered
like eye roll.
Hold up.
25 characters.
At this point, you hear coming in behind him and kind of like pushing him to the side. You see this like leathery old woman who kind of like bends over and like kind of gets to your eye level. Did you say the autos attacked you?
They did. Do you
Yeah, I
see-
can confirm.
Do you see this wound?
Do you have bandages? I'm bleeding everywhere.
I have a bolt in my knee.
Yo, same.
We simply happened to hear the boat explode and went to go ensure that there was no one hurt that needed rescuing, and we were subsequently
Why is
attacked.
not that?
Captain,
consider that.
as she turns to the guy who was explaining things to you, who is now retching over the.
You're doing great, buddy. You're doing great.
Yes.
This guy must
Sorry,
have-
I'm my character right now. If I roll.
Send word to
I mean, don't worry, bro.
whoever the
We'll get
hell
Zeph
you're
back
supposed
and
to
we'll
talk
get you
to.
squared away.
I'm keeping them for now. You're keeping them for. Yes, I'm keeping them for now. Can you not get that through your thick skull? I'm
Excuse
keeping them
me,
for now.
I have a scheduled performance in 2 hours, and
Oh,
I'm
would you
due
like me
back.
to like get you some like? Would you like to get some
Hoity
some
frickin'
frou-frou and
toity,
some
I've got a
snacks before you get there?
performance.
No,
Yes. Oh,
no.
okay.
You are clearly involved in whatever the fuck this is.
Hey, there's a kid that's right here, and I'll have none of that.
Are you
Why
involved?
can't the kid
Yes, ma'am, I am. Me and Zeph were supposed to guard the docks, and we guarded all of the docks.
We've come up with a few alternative curse words that are appropriate for children, like smeg.
Yes. Also, if you're on the docks and you're working and you're being a real jack-off...
What's your ordination? Soldier.
That one's okay.
Straight?
What? Go, you're right, no. He's normal.
I mean, I'm not...
Oh, his ordination.
I'm cold-blooded, but other than that, pretty normal.
That's not normal.
I didn't ask you what your temperature was. I asked you what your ordination was.
I mean...
What does that mean?
I'll just say it.
God,
I'll just tell you
God,
in your
God.
brain.
What the freak does all
His
these
name,
things mean? Hey, these
his ordination is Dracold
92.
92.
I mean,
What does happen?
oh, you wanted that? You wanted the numbers.
I don't know what's
You didn't call it ordination, you just called it the numbers.
Do you want me to get that out for you?
92.
The bolt.
And you're
I'm good with messing.
79, is that right?
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Right. You're the flakes that can't do crap.
Hold on, we've done crap.
that's not
We've been on
nice.
latrine duty for weeks. We just got promoted to dockheads. So,
Right. Captain, once you finish throwing up your guts, bring them back to the dock, please. Bring them back to the port office for me. She turns around and she's like, someone put that ship out of fire, as you watch as some of the trappers look over at her and roll their eyes, and you watch as two of them hold up their hands and watch as the flames start to diminish.
Hey,
I don't know, that just seems hypocritical.
Excuse me.
She's already gone. The captain kind of walks over.
Isn't the manager? Do you want to speak to them?
There was a couple
God,
that
Liz,
got
you mean
away who like hopped over the edge
No,
of the
I'm-
ship.
Right, no, we got the guy you knocked out.
No, listen, I'm talking about a couple that it isn't knocked out that jumped over the edge of the ship. Did we get a call from where we're about to go? Did we get like a message to send to some?
No, you come with me, please.
Hey,
As you guys
I'm waiting on.
You guys are corralled and escorted a couple buildings up to what looks to be the dock office, which
Never
is
see your uncle again.
which is more like it's kind of like the main like
that's not a
hubbub for
character.
all of this area. There's people kind of moving in and out of it. Most of the time, right now, it is pretty empty. You all are ushered into the main kind of space where there's a lot of like desks where mostly like dock hands or people are signing documents or doing things. This room is completely empty at this point. There are tables and chairs kind of strewn throughout it. It's a larger kind of like 60-foot open space with like windows lining most of the area. As the guards kind of like push you all in there and kind of close the door, you all are left in there.
Is this part of the tour?
After a few minutes, I assume Glyph, you were there too.
Yeah.
Oh, so you followed. You weren't like ushered in because you didn't do anything. But you bring TBD along with you, so now you're just in the room with them.
Yeah, it's
Just
got a kid not thinking about eating them because it's weird. Nothing, it's nothing.
As after a few minutes of just kind of awkward silence, the door opens again. The guards open the door again, and stepping in is the dockmaster. As she kind of looks at you all, kind of like wiping some soot off of one of her arms. So, you all the ones that were around when the ship exploded, huh?
Yeah.
Right. Were you all like some like adventuring party or something?
I'm
That sounds kind of true.
an adventurer. I adventure.
Mum, I believe you know who I am. If
I know who you are. I wasn't
Oh,
speaking
right.
directly to you.
Except
are you?
for this one, I've not known any of these people.
Or so y'all just happen to be the same place at the same time?
Yeah,
It's
it
a
seems
dock.
like
I don't like this
misfortune.
place.
It's a highly traveled
Explosions
place.
bring
Pretty
people
freaking
together.
convenient that all of you jumped in to help.
Well, yeah, they shot my friend, and that sucks. So they deserve to die.
I mean, you could consider us humanitarians, that we were concerned for the lives of the people who happened to be on the ship, perhaps.
Insight check.
I wasn't.
They rescued
For
me.
what?
I feel like Liz is bullshit.
Okay.
In general, like,
Make an insight check.
15.
15?
I don't know if I buy the humanitarian angle.
I'm a tiefling. What the
I think that's
fuck?
why. That's
with
exactly why.
With
Racism,
a
man.
15,
Again,
again, yeah.
with a 15, was it truly humanitarian? You don't have to elaborate, you just have to answer yes or no.
Partially.
This is where we make insight check.
Okay,
Thank
there you go. That's all you get.
So much
Not
useful information.
humanitarian.
15, yeah, 15 would be good.
I said partially.
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 Probably not a humanitarian.
The dock master just kind of looks at you all. All right. Well, whatever it was, you all seem to handle yourselves pretty well out there. Beat the crap out of those autos and can't freaking stand autos.
I remember nothing.
Why are you? That's fine. I don't.
There's a couple of people that got away, scattered right off the edge of that. I keep telling people, and nobody knows nothing. Nobody's saying nothing.
I'm listening to you.
I'm talking about people who are.
Can I send to her?
You're valid.
That's why I brought you here.
What just happened?
If what you say is true, and whatever this wasn't just a random raid, especially not on a toll of a cruise ship. Something's going on. Not gonna happen. Not on my docks. So, here's the skinny. I'll get you off with the trappers. You figure out what happened.
Okay, so...
Are you deputizing them?
No, I'm not deputizing. What the... Did you not hear what I just said? All of this must be under the table.
Well,
Can we get like some magic
What
passes?
does that mean?
Yeah, I think we're gonna need something in writing because we keep running into problems.
Okay.
Heck is a magic
She's
pass.
giving us
What?
permission.
Oh, there's the trappers. Hey, you guys are using magics again. Time to take you away.
Don't
No, the
worry
fuck you
about-
won't.
I
We've
got-
got our magic passes.
You seem angry.
It just seems like...
Would it be
It's
like
just
a
a-
wristband?
Seems like a worse idea than why I
more
talk
or
about it.
less, you know,
Listen,
like a laminated
listen.
card.
Big scam.
I got people who fund the docks, right? I got investors. They will be very grateful to find out why the docks were hit and why. And hopefully that the docks don't ever get hit again. Send a message, you know what I mean? But they can't do that with like all the union and everybody else kind of breathing down their necks. So, you quietly figure out who did this and why. Ensure that they don't do it again. And I'll keep the trappers off your backs and throw a little gold your way.
Hold
As
on. Is
compensation.
this like a real job?
How much?
$50 gold if you find out who did it.
Each or
I'll
collectively?
definitely walk out the
Each.
beginning do that.
Another 50 if you can promise, with proof, that they will not cross my dock again.
Did you just ask us to kill them?
No, I didn't ask you to kill. There's many ways
I'm
to
so
like.
sorry. It's really hard to. I can't
Yeah,
get
mate,
your
just read
vibes.
between the lines. She did
There's
say.
many ways. No,
Where's
I did
mine?
not specific. No, I said, be creative for frick's sake.
Listen, Doc Master, you're gonna need me and Cliff. We're gonna actually need you to talk
Oh God,
to.
I almost forgot you guys were in here. You don't have to do it. I can get you off the hook. You can just leave. I don't really care if you two are part
No,
of it.
No,
Like,
we would rather be doing that.
I would
than
rather
guarding
you
a
not
door.
be doing
But you're
it.
gonna have to talk to our superior.
But there's also
Yeah, here's
a
the thing,
kid-
that door doesn't guard itself, and we've specifically been hired to guard that door.
Yep.
And while we would love to babysit, quite literally, we kind of have an obligation
They
to
could.
that door. So if you feel that we're necessary to a part of this party,
I
then
don't
why
feel
you
you're
talk to
necessary
us
to any
and
part
do
of my life, to be honest, but go back to guarding the door for all I care.
It's a dagger. You want it?
I mean, what I'm saying is, we would much rather do just about anything than guard the door. But
Yeah, I mean, anything.
you have
anything.
to submit an application to a request to our superior to have us reassigned.
Bingo,
to
you got to
do-
loan us out. That's what
Yeah.
it is. That's
What
what it
part
is.
of under the table do you not understand?
Yeah, but we're exclusively over the table.
Yeah, that's
you-
pretty much so.
I mean, I feel like that's
Matt,
who we are.
I'm going to ask a hypothetical question here. Have you ever lied before?
I mean,
Never.
if I say yes, is that a trick question?
No, it's hypothetical. Just answer the question.
Oh, no, I've never lied before.
You've never lied before.
What's the point of
Have
lying?
you lied before?
Not that I can remember.
That's true, actually. He's not lying about that. He hasn't done that.
This idea seems worse and worse the more I ask about it.
That guy is
What?
lying.
That's a bad joke.
Listen, all you've got to do is say you've got some work for us to do
Bingo.
and have us reassigned. What we
Bingo.
do after that, they don't have to know.
Do you have to stay here for this?
Seems pretty
Dark
straightforward.
Master just rubs her temples.
Well, listen, 50's a lot
Fine.
for me, so
Man, seems pretty
I'd be down, I suppose. I mean, you know.
Fine.
Yeah.
I will I will message your who's your supervisor.
Oh, he's a real piece of work.
Yeah, we just call him Dead. We've got issues.
Ted.
No, Dead.
Dead?
Like, no, Dead. Like, father. Like, Dead.
You call him, your supervisor's name is Dead.
Oh, is it?
Wait. Oh, no, he means our commanding officer here.
Okay, yep, that's wrong.
Got it.
That's on me. That one's on me. Wasn't a lie, it was
Do you have daddy
miscommunication.
issues now? I really don't care at this point. Actually, I don't even know why I'm asking.
Sergeant Scratch.
Sergeant Scratch is sure.
I have a question.
I didn't name
This
him.
isn't a Q&A. Are you going to take the job or not?
I just want to know what under the table means.
I'll explain it to him. We shall.
Is there a table in this room?
That one got me. That was pretty good.
I still don't understand.
The poor master just kind of looks at you. I'm going to go now. Find me when you guys figure out what's going on here. You taking the job? Yeah? All right.
Yeah, sounds simple.
Yeah. What was
Alright, so you'll take care of it?
Morning. Well,
Portmaster Scratch.
my name is not Portmaster Scratch. That's your
Doc
supervisor.
Master Itch. Got it.
Not Doc
Write
Master.
it down, it's
Not
fine.
even close to any of that.
Mrs. Itch?
Commodore Frowny
Not
Face.
Commodore. Portmaster.
Miscommunication.
Sorry. What's up?
Portmaster Demir.
Nailed it. I was right there.
Can you spell that?
Dumeir.
Our whole audience is going to get lots of spelling.
Yeah, sorry.
Hope you're taking notes along with us. Thanks.
Michelle's gonna be transcribing these episodes, so
I look under the table.
This whole conversation,
made casually flipping
poor
out
Master
under
Demir is
there.
like slowly and like gone more just like, oh, this is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. As they turn and walk out the door, and as they fling the door open, he's like, they're free to go!
Conversation. It's
What? They're free to go? They're free to go! Oh.
Hey, did you have that other person that was on the dock, maybe? Could we talk to him? My friend dropped a journal, and he picked it up, so we need to go talk to that man to get it back.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay, alright, well... Alright, that's... Oh, dang it, it's 11.
11. The guard outside is like rubbing his face and I was like, "What? No, so they put him in custody because he was like he blew up a ship.
That's
So you'll have to like file a request to like see him in the jail cell.
that's
Visiting
not
hours are between like 2 and 3 o'clock. Only on like Mondays to Thursdays, and then on Fridays it's like 1 to 3. But there's
You know,
like a
you've been
break
great,
in
and I really
between.
appreciate
Did you
you.
see where he went? Where they took him?
Yeah, he's in jail.
Okay, no.
Nevertheless,
He just had to deal with the crock of shit from the guard that got his brain slapped out of
you
his
guys are released back out onto the dock. The dock at this point is pretty deserted. Most everybody has been sent away or has left.
Oh, look, there's my blood splatter.
As you guys kind of step out onto the dock and kind of look around, you can see the portmaster is gesturing wildly, and you see 2 of the trappers are kind of standing there. Their arms are folded. Their shrouded hoods kind of obscuring most of their faces. As you all kind of step out, you watch as one of them kind of like ticks its head slightly and like looks your direction, and then like goes back to the conversation as she like finishes like finishing her statement, and they both just kind of like turn to each other, turn back to her, and turn and walk away. And then you hear that popping sound again as they disappear.
You're slurped out of existence.
Yeah,
hypocrites.
Dockmaster Demure.
She's gone, mate. She's gone. She left us.
Yeah, she was about like 90 feet away when you guys were doing that, and then after she finished that, she like threw her hands up, and the 2 attendants that had been following her immediately swarmed back around her, and she just like almost like a mother dog like who's tired of her puppies is like walking away as they're just like trailing behind, like where are you going? Like, oh my god, and walks back to like the wreckage of the ship.
It would be really helpful if we could talk to the guy we purposefully did not kill.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was thinking.
Yeah.
So, strangers.
Hold on.
You
My name's
call him
Lucius.
strange.
Yeah,
I-
right off the bat, we're gonna offend.
No,
clear airspace?
My
Not nice
apologies.
at all.
My apologies. I simply don't have names for you yet.
Oh,
That's what you
yeah,
mean. So like
right.
unfamiliars.
Right.
Strangers.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I'm Zephyr.
Glyph, cold front, Kazidi. Colwyn Glyph, if you'd like. It's actually easier.
It's so weird when you explain the whole thing like that.
Well, you never explain your whole name, so no one ever knows.
That's my whole name.
All
Come
right,
on.
next.
You, madam?
Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
Hey, casket
What-
match.
what's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
My name's Lucius Kane.
I don't like it. Okay. All right. Nice
Why
to
do
meet
you
you.
not like my name?
No, it's nothing
kinda
to do.
scary.
It's nothing to do with your name. It's more to do with you.
Look, and this is gonna sound hypocritical coming from me, but I'll speak for her. You're off-putting, dude.
You speak for a lot of people.
You should be off good.
I'm just gonna say sorry about him in your brain.
Oh my god.
And smile a big toothy grin.
Yeah, we both smile.
This is our little child that we saved.
13.
This is our
Does
adolescent.
Little child.
This is our adolescent that we saved from the boat.
In my
Who
village-
are you?
You would probably be kind of an adult.
That's weird.
I mean, hey, people die early.
That's not something to be proud of,
Yeah.
Lucius.
Well, I mean, it just happens.
What's your name, kid?
Don't have a name.
To be determined.
The
Oh, do we get to name it?
I think that's how it works. If you meet something and it's not named, you give it a name. That's how it works.
Well, perhaps they could name themselves.
Right now on the spot.
And we could do it for you. Or you could do.
He just starts like sending name after name after name
Message spell,
into
message
your
spell,
mind.
message
Just like
Punch kid,
Ruth.
one punch kid, punch man,
Scrabble.
punch
Daniel.
the face.
Are we able
face
to, are we able to
Scrabble.
con-
pork chop.
I'd rather.
Is there a guard nearby?
Scrabble pork chop.
Sorry.
Is there a guard nearby?
I would like to eat
I'm
some
gonna
pork
peer
chops.
like right over his shoulder. Hey.
I haven't
do
eaten in
that.
what feels like days.
Wait, did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got houses that got food. I can give them something.
I'd rather have food than
I'll
figure
fork
out
over
my
the
name right
pocket
now.
pies.
Okay, so
Oh, she gives you a pocket pie.
we can come back
I mean,
to
don't
your
eat
name.
it too quick. You give yourself the upset
I already ate a
stomach.
full one as you're
Lion, Lion, what about you? What's your name?
I'm Arumar.
Nice to meet you.
I'm from the Sundered Earth Pride.
Oh.
Holy
Probably
crap.
have not heard of me, because
What is the Sundered Earth Pride?
it is a pride that is from like the area outside the city that is the ground is not, you know.
Oh, you're talking about it sundered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ground sundered there.
Oh, like your pride, he
Well, that's-
lives at the Sundered Earth.
That's interesting because I thought he said sun-dried earth pride.
No.
I like the sound of that better because it's like it rhymes.
It does. It sounds good, and I do love a good sun drying.
I
Yeah,
have
all
a
right.
big maw.
I've got a big gun. What's that matter?
What about you, little,
I've got a
little
big
lady?
heart.
6 foot even.
Yeah, you're a small man.
My name's Ohiana, and I travel with the circus.
Oh, the circus. What do you do?
Hold on, no, we're gonna guess. We're gonna guess.
What's a circus?
Trapeze.
Damn it! Come on.
She looks like a trapeze.
That's what I was gonna say.
What's a circus?
I don't know.
Trapeze is one of the things I've dabbled with over the years.
Nice.
Nailed it.
A circus is that thing where people come together and they watch other people do things. That's what it is. Essentially.
Are there boats coming
I
in?
didn't have anything like that on my
Are there more
temple.
ships coming?
No, I don't know.
I mean,
Okay.
it's kind
Keep
of
on
like just a
looking at my piece
recreational
of
thing.
paper.
Yeah. No,
And
it's
people don't like
much
it.
like your traffic
you-
control. Everything was put to like a don't do anything until
Gosh,
Are you,
What time of day is it?
every time.
a little afternoon.
A little afternoon. Okay.
you mentioned a temple. Are you a priest or something?
Cleric. Oh, I hate clerics. Ugh.
I was raised by monks, but the pirates that took me I don't know how many years ago.
Wait, was your temple on the ocean where pirates go by? And...
Hold on.
Wait, what? What are you thinking?
I'm with you. I said hold on because I'm losing it.
Oh,
I don't know that my temple's still around anymore. after what they did to it.
Do you
Wow.
More like
remember what it
raiders,
was
less
called?
like pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Now, take your stuff, burn your village.
I never left the temple, so I never really had to learn the name of it.
How long you
Get
been
back
gone?
into it. I don't know how many years it's been. I think I'm 13. I don't even really know.
Alright, you do know how a year works, though.
365 all the way around. I mean, that's the whole
Kind of
year.
hard to tell when you're on the bottom of a ship.
You've been in the bottom of the boat the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know how long.
So you're.
Can I just go back to eating now?
Yeah, no.
Yes, please.
No, you cannot. No, I'm just kidding.
Which one of
I
you?
like this guy.
What are we gonna do with the kid? I mean,
Do you have a
We could
home?
bring him with us.
Oh no, you don't.
I've had some training. I kind of practiced as much as I could in shackles on the boat. I can be of service at some point.
Where are you guys staying?
With the circus.
I don't know. Oh, Johanna, where are we staying?
We're staying
mean-
with the circus.
Oh, that's
On
crazy.
the grounds.
We do have
Wow.
like the entire barracks to ourselves since no one else cares to sleep
only
in
sleeping
our
in the
barracks.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
you have
sleeping
one
there.
fit of night terrors, and
You
apparently
have your
you're a
own
danger to the
enclosure.
rest of the barracks. But
It's an
whatever.
enclosure.
It got us our own barracks, so it
It's not
works.
real bad.
To be fair.
It is a real bed.
It's a crappy bed.
It is inattentive.
It's so bad.
No, it has nice soft
No, but it's so
cushions.
small for me.
You people sleep in beds.
I love to do that. When I get
I
the
sleep
chance.
on a rock sometimes, but only if it's sunny and it's daytime.
What do you do? Just wander around in a circle a few times and then lie down in the nest you've created in the grass?
As the camera pans from this
Collapses.
intriguing conversation,
How do
it
you
pans out to this continuing conversation of where people sleep. And that is where we're going to end tonight. We will find out next time what the heck is going
We
on.
need to find out how everyone sleeps before we move forward.
That's you guys can figure that out on your own time.
No, that's
Thank
metagame
you
that I
guys
wanna do.
for being here for the first episode, and thank you all for listening. Until next time, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. I hope you had as much fun listening as we did making this for you. You can catch new episodes each Monday on whatever podcasting platform you use. And while you're there, leave us a review if you want. It actually helps us out. We've got socials too. You can follow us on Reddit at r/WildMagicSchoolBus, send us a subtweet at WildMagicSchoolBusPod, or follow our Instagram at WildMagicPod. Either way, stop by and say hi. We're always happy to meet new friends. See you next time.
It's the skin of a killer, Bella.
It said pearlescent. Not
Yeah,
fake
make that
diamonds.
distinction. Thank you very much.
Very different. Thank you very much.
Wait, those were fake diamonds?
His whole body's been vajazzled.
Oh, goodness. Alrighty then. That is, yeah.
I meant bedazzled.
You said what you said.
Yeah.
We won't get censored.
We know what you meant. That's fine.
Can't get demonetized if you're not live.
You got it.
Not on YouTube.
But yes,